go ahead and let people in. I don't know how to do this from my phone.
Got you.
Did I
They
stop
should be coming.
sharing? Okay. Am I still sharing screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Hmm.
All right. I know we have 30 quick minutes. So we will go ahead and get started. I know Janine's trying to get her screen off, but some of you are getting a sneak peek right now. If
All
you
right.
just click stop share, Janine,
I know, right? That you would think that.
you're like, it sounds.
Oh,
All right.
there
Go in
we
the
go.
chat. Who do we have?
Does that work?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. Got lots of people popping in. I don't want to waste your guys' time. I know it's going to be a quick meeting. We have evening students coming in soon for Atlanta. We're wrapping up classes in Texas. So I know a lot of you have heard me talk about this recently. We're super excited about a lot of amazing changes going on with Beautista. We've been working together for the better portion of Q4 last year, just trying to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. And I'm so excited for you guys to learn a little bit more about this today. So very quickly, I'm going to shoot it over to Janine and Allie to introduce themselves with Beautista and to give you guys a preview of what is already out there and what's to come.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna.
Absolutely.
My name's Janine Carmen, and I have with me Allie Coates. My position at Beautista is the Senior Manager of School Partnerships. Like Jenna said, her and I and Allie, we have been working on this relaunch now for several months. And first and foremost, Beautista just wants to say thank you. We want to say thank you to Ogle on behalf of Beautista for the time that you have been with us. You've been with us pretty much since the beginning. And hopefully, after today, you are going to be super excited to see where we have gone because the direction of the company has changed and evolved so much. And tonight, what we want to do is really help you all understand how, at every role that you have at the school, you can integrate Beautista and really help support the platform for the students. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and start sharing my screen, and we're going to start from the beginning. Sorry about that. I clicked too soon. Okay. So what is Beautista, right? So we know at Beautista, you've used it for a while. It was under Canvas Me, and but we have really changed a lot. We've really added a lot of new dimension to the platform, and our whole goal at Beautista is really student engagement. And we know with higher level engagement with the students, it creates a more positive experience for them at school. It creates confidence with the students. It helps them have greater success with career placement. And overall, it really will help set your school apart from other schools out there. So we integrate at all levels of the school. This is probably one of my favorite things to share with you. So if you don't take away anything else from the platform, which I hope you take away a lot today, but just if you're trying to understand what Beautista is, just think of it as LinkedIn, right, for careers and connections, Masterclass, because now we have over 1,000 education events live and on demand every single, not thousand a day, but thousand that'll be coming up this year. We're also social media, right? So it's a very social based platform, very digital. And we've incorporated new elements into the platform. So it's very AI driven. So this is who Beautista is today. And you may have only seen us as one dimensional in the past with our portfolios, but hopefully after today, you're going to see how much we have evolved to be all these things, one platform and only for the beauty industry. So just remember, our platform is just for industry professionals, but all types of industry professionals. So schools, stylists, students, oh my gosh, totally lost the train of thought. Manufacturers, vendors, distributors, all in one platform. So, a little bit about my background and who I am. I've been in the industry now over 20 years. I started out in sales and distribution, ran a sales territory in Ohio and West Virginia. I've worked with salons and schools, and I've also worked at a school, right? So, I've worked actually at a couple different schools. And so, I understand your role. I understand what it's like every single day. and my goal was always to motivate and inspire students. And no matter what position I had in the industry, that was kind of where I found my heart to be, the most full. And so when I decided to leave my job in distribution 2 years ago, I really wanted to find where I could come and where I could make a difference for schools and students. So I'm super grateful to be able to be at Beautista and now being able to inspire students from all over the United States. And I want to introduce Allie and let her share a little bit about her story.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm Allie Coates. I'm the marketing and onboarding specialist at Beautista. I'm also a licensed cosmetologist and bridal hair and makeup artist. And my cosmetology school launched Beautista about halfway through my program when I was in school. So I created my portfolio that gave me the ability to come across a couple opportunities, including my mentorship with Sonia Dove, who I got to meet last year at America's Beauty Show, and a scholarship through Beauty Changes Lives. So these kinds of opportunities can really change a student's life, but they first have to be aware that these opportunities exist and that it's possible to become a finalist or a recipient while they're in school. So along with Janine, I support the live student launch calls to help students build their portfolio. Outside of the onboardings, I run our social media and highlight students who have incredible portfolios throughout the month. I'll reach out to them, see if they want to be featured. And then I've been working very heavily on the 1,000 digital education classes that we'll have on our platform for the year. And you can access that under our classes tab on Beautista. So I am super excited to share more about what we've been doing with Beautista in the last year. So thank you for having us.
Awesome. I'm always still in awe of Allie in the fact that her mentorship was with Sonia Dove. All right, so how do we do that? So I'm going to turn this part over to Allie, and she's going to talk a little bit through the portfolio segment. This is probably what you're most familiar with, but we've totally elevated this. So Allie, why don't you talk a little bit about how we help the students and what the development of the portfolio is really about?
Yeah, absolutely. So during these student onboarding calls, we help them start thinking about what their own personal brand looks like and how they can begin showcasing their work and their talent. So one thing we do have them think about is creating an intro video. So we do have a video up there that you can go ahead and play, Janine.
Video. My name is Caitlin Hogan, and I attend Paul Mitchell School of Springfield as a cosmetologist. I chose this route for myself because I love making people feel good about themselves. I love doing hair, I love doing nails, and I just want to make sure that it is a comfortable and safe space for everybody who sits in my chair. I love doing this work, and yeah.
So it's an easy video introduction, putting your ideas out there and just really showing what you want to do in the industry. So we're allowing them to kind of build that confidence and support that they need to eventually begin a new opportunity once they graduate. So it starts small. It starts with those ideas in school of what their personal brand looks like. So in the call, we cover an introduction to Beautista. We do an account portfolio tutorial, and then they're welcome to ask as many questions as they need to at any point, any stage that they're at in their program. If they need help on what to add in the employment section, whatever it is, they're welcome to ask as many questions as they need to get help where they need it. So it's an interactive session to encourage them to share their work, start marketing themselves in a way that best represents who they are as a beauty professional. So we do also have a AI portfolio builder, so we show them that as well. It's an optional feature. It helps them get started with the portfolio. So if they're not sure where to start, they can use a professional career-related Instagram, type in their Instagram handle, and it'll help them pull some text and pictures over. They can always edit or change whatever they need to, but it is just a fun way to get started and get them excited for building their portfolio. Along with that, we do show them how they can share their link. So once their portfolio is created, they have access to an instant resume, which will print what they've added to their portfolio. So this resume has a link, a QR code that can be used to see their portfolio with their pictures and videos once they share it. They can also use this link to add to their social channels or share with anyone. So this is their website link. This is their own. They can share their story and showcase that career that they're currently building. So along
And
with the, yep, go
okay.
ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think too, just changing up the dialogue a little bit on the portfolios. Ali and I were talking about this earlier. We want you to understand Beautista as a way that we're helping the students to market themselves. Marketing themselves for a career opportunity is one way that they're going to leverage their Beautista portfolio. But marketing themselves to connect with mentors, marketing themselves to bring in guests to the school, marketing themselves just because we know everybody's kind of all connected. That is another way they're going to leverage their Beautista portfolio. So I think if we kind of get out of, hey, this is a great way that you can find jobs. Yes, it is, but it's also this marketing tool to teach them the business element of the industry. We all know in order to be successful, they've got to be able to talk to other people about what they do. They have to be able to share their content and they have to be able to connect. So kind of switching that dialogue to it's a marketing platform as well as it's for career opportunities. Okay, sorry, Ali.
Yes, no problem. And I like to remind the students that this page can evolve with you even after you graduate. So that definitely happened for me. The services I was posting in school, it's evolved with me to be the bridal hair and makeup that I'm doing now. So they can really see that growth and the progress they're making just by updating their pictures, updating their work on their page. So that is another thing that we like to make sure students are aware of. Along with the link, there is an option to generate the QR code, and this can be used as their digital business card. So they can screenshot this QR code if they're out networking. The QR code is a really easy way to create that instant digital connection for their next opportunity, wherever that is. So the QR code or link can also be shared with the students' guests as well, or potential guests. There is a feature called Book a Service on the portfolio. So a student or beauty pro can add their booking link to the Book a Service feature, and it will be featured on their page at the very top. So they can have a guest scan their QR code, see their link, and they'll be able to book a service. It'll go directly to their third-party booking site and have direct bookings from there. So we do have a couple schools that print off a QR code. They have them at the student station, so a guest can utilize the link. So that is another feature that we have where a page could be shared with a guest as well.
And also just all, I know I want to also make sure the students understand this is a great opportunity for them in school, but as a benefit of attending Ogle, they get this portfolio forever. So it grows with them. You'll see on the platform, if you haven't visited it for a while, we have so many new advanced opportunities for educator roles and brand ambassadors and salespeople and booking your services right from the platform. So letting the students know how this grows with them, that this isn't just a tool they're going to use at school. This truly is something that they can leverage at all points of their career. All right. And opportunities, Ali, you want to talk about opportunities?
Yes. So the opportunity page includes career opportunities as well as mentorship or scholarship opportunities. During the student calls, I will let them know if there's any current scholarship deadlines or anything they need to be aware of so they have a heads up and they're just aware of any scholarship deadlines. The portfolio page they create is their application to different opportunities. So we encourage them to have it as complete as possible so that it tells their full story, and that is their application for different opportunities. If there is a local business that isn't currently on Beautista, they can share their resume, QR code, or their link, and that business will be able to see their Beautista portfolio page only, even if they aren't on Beautista. So that is another option for any local business that they're interested in applying to or sharing their work.
And I did tell the team a little bit right before we hopped on the call with all of you. We are actively going after salons, spas, barbershops around all the Ogle locations. We have teams that are going to be trying to get these salons and spas and barbershops on our platform. So you'll see these opportunities continue to grow. Students will get opportunities from us every single week. And so every Sunday we send out opportunities as well as when new opportunities launch. So just know, like, if you got stuck there before where it's like there wasn't enough opportunities on the platform, we now have a team that isn't waiting for them to come to us. We are going after them actively. Okay. So you should see literally hundreds of new opportunities come on the platform, which has been super exciting. So other ways too that we want to make sure that we support the students, and I love going to career fairs. It gives me like such good insight into how this is really working from a student's perspective, right? So we do launch calls and they're in a big classroom. We don't always have all that one-on-one contact. So when I can get to a career fair, it really helps me understand what do they understand about their portfolio. So recently I went to a career fair with a school where I was there in the fall at their fall career fair and then just came back this week. And I was so happy to see how they had advanced in their understanding of what their portfolio could do for them. So pre-career fair, and I think we have workshops scheduled, what, Jenna, every 6 weeks? We've got these workshops on the calendar.
Yes, they'll be on the calendar. I'll get them on this week. I wanted you guys to get this call first and get the information. But we do have for our launch students advanced live workshops that are going to be starting next week
Yeah.
for our very first flex week. So if we don't have a flex week, guys, it'll be in week 5. This is outside of theory or academic discussion. This is for your launch students only. So they'll need to be blocked in advance for my CSMs or ed specialists on the call. But I will send out all of this information for you. But we're super excited that Beautista agreed to do this for us because it's going to be a game changer for our students who are getting ready to graduate.
I love it. And this workshop is really designed to help them elevate their portfolio. So what I found the first time I went to a career fair was students had started their portfolio and never touched it. And then it's career fair day. And I'm like, okay, you're not ready. And this is a day you definitely should be ready. So then Allie and I developed a workshop that, like Jenna said, we're going to be doing live virtual. We will highlight what they need to have complete and how they're going to be able to leverage their portfolio to really stand out with these salons that are taking the time to come to your school and meet them. And I think that, just from the experience I've had, it is not only exciting for the student when they're sharing out their work, but it's pretty exciting for the salon to realize that they're getting the students' content in such a new way. Like, it's not like, they can still hand out their resume, right? Because their portfolio becomes their resume, but they also get this great way digitally that they can connect with the student. So we are very happy about that new workshop and excited to bring that to your students. So just so you know that it's really important that all fields, let me back up. Most fields are complete when the student leaves school, and especially social media handles. Because at the end of the day, once that student graduates, our system then starts looking for them through AI technology to find where have they posted that they are placed. So this is new technology that we've recently developed. You are one of our beta schools that we tested this out before we started launching it. And so having their Beautista portfolio, having their social channels, our system will then start post-graduation looking to see where are they posting that they're working and feed this information back to the dashboard, making it so much easier for your team to track placement. So just remember that social channels are incredibly important when you're reviewing portfolios with the students and just making sure that those fields are complete. So how else can you, as educators with such an important role, leverage Beautista every day at school? So I know from working at a school, sometimes you have downtime, sometimes you're trying to figure out what to do with them because they're not always moving in the direction you need them to move. And so you can really leverage Beautista in like mini classes. You can have them send the portfolio links to you to review. You can play some of our videos. We have a full curriculum, Allie, I'll talk about here in a minute, and then you can have them work on their portfolios. So just remember, like, even if you do a contest, we just had a big school chain do a contest. We picked a winner, and then Allie featured that student on our social channel, and that student's view literally got thousands of views on our social channel. So we will support you in whatever little contest that you want to run for engagement. But I think the important thing is just remember that this is an opportunity for you to have a tool for them to be working on their business to help them understand the marketing, right? So I'm swinging back into that marketing tie. So you can host contests, celebrate their work, share it with us. Like you can always like share it with Ali or I. You can DM us. We want to continue this momentum, and we really want to celebrate the work that's being done and how excited the students are to develop their portfolios. I also want to let you know we have badges customized for so many different things at Ogle. And so we want to make sure the students are leveraging those badges and adding those onto their portfolios as well.
And Janine, I'll just pipe in on that. These badges, guys, are for their clinic champion, for oh my gosh, their dermatologist, or anything you can get a ribbon for, they can place that badge on their portfolio. So it's really cool. I have that in the bank as well to make a loom and send out to you guys now that it's official. So I will get that out to you guys so that you can start showing your students.
And I love it. I've already seen students find it. I love that
Yeah,
about
they've already found them. They've
already
just
found them.
Some of them already know about it.
And just so you know, a student would have to say that they were enrolled at Ogle in order to use any of those badges. So they can't just be like at a school down the street and say that they got these badges. So again, coming full circle, we want to make sure too that Beautista is talked about during that tour, during that admissions process. I was an admissions leader, so I would have loved to been able to have a tool like Beautista. I kind of kid that, I used to sell cosmetology as like, minor in hair with a major in business to parents because, parents want to know there's jobs and there's business element to what the student is learning. So just remember all parts of the school are really Beautista can touch all elements of the school. Okay. And then, Allie, somehow we missed a slide. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to have Allie talk about one more element, and that is our community app that has all kinds of other resources on it as well.
Yes, it should be the next slide, but I don't know.
I don't know why it's not going. It's
Yeah,
not.
so
There it is.
there. Okay, awesome. So this is our community feature of Beautista. So the Beautista Connect app, they can use their same Beautista login that we create on the launch calls to log into the app. There's different pages to explore. They can connect with other beauty professionals. There's an events discussion page. We're looking to expand this even more in 2026. The curriculum can be found in the Learning Studio right now. So the curriculum helps them finish the portfolio, market themselves. It's created by our co-founder, Jen Martinelli, and she also gives them some mindset training tips and advice. We know that as a student, you can build up those like mental obstacles and challenges of trying new things, seeing new guests. I went through it. I definitely needed, the confidence and skill training as I went through school. So she goes through all of that. Highly recommend everyone go through the curriculum, and it just helps them build confidence in those skill sets and be ready for graduation. So the app is something that we'll feature as well towards the end of the student launch calls typically.
Right. And just so you know, too, we have the curriculum where it is now because we are in process of updating everything in lab. So you may see Canvas Me still in lab with Pivot Point. We are working actively with Pivot Point to get the curriculum updated. The beauty of that is then you can more easily assign it. But just so you know, every single chapter does have a little quiz. So even if you had students like watch a couple chapters and show you that they had finished the chapter by their quiz, they could screenshot that. I have some schools that's how they monitor working through the curriculum. At the end of the curriculum, everybody gets a badge for their portfolio. So that's another way that you can monitor curriculum completion. So like Ali said, it is a balance of both personal and professional development. I can't wait to get it in Pivot Point. I feel like I've been talking about that for months, but it will make it so much easier for the education team to be able to assign that out. And again, we were kind of hoping that it would be by now, but it should be coming really soon. So you can see by all elements, hopefully this has been really exciting to see where we have evolved. I want to encourage all of you, if you haven't, to go in and develop your own Beautista portfolio. A couple things will happen. One, you'll have an understanding of the communication that we send out. You'll be able to go through an initial portfolio workshop, just or on your own, building your portfolio, like how we're going to teach the students. And you can use your portfolio as an example of, when a student asks you questions. So I think it'll help familiarize you really good with the platform. And then also just give you insight into the communication, the classes, the webinars, and all the other aspects that you may not be as familiar with the platform. So I think we stayed really good on time, right?
You did. Yay.
Felt
We
like
have
we were
five
talking
minutes
really
to
fast.
spare. Fantastic work. Does anybody have any questions for Ali or Janine? Or me? Eh.
No questions?
There is one. Once they graduate, will they have to pay monthly for the platform?
No, and I think you need to sell them that, and we actually tell them that too on our live launches. We make sure to tell them like this is something Ogle has invested into you for now and for your future. We reiterate that, but I think that is a great selling point. Not every school, trust me, I develop schools. If I would be like, it would be a different vibe if every school had this platform, but they don't. So I think letting your students know this is a great way that sets Ogle apart from other schools that are out there. Where can we log on? Beautista.com is where you'll start your login process. And to start out, all you will need is an email address that you check frequently. Thank you. An email address that you check frequently. You'll create a password that has all those check boxes that you have to do for passwords. You'll enter your phone number. And that's just for verification purposes, and then you will be ready to go.
And I do want to just chime in and say, I know you touched a little bit on this, Janine, but we have tons of students who go and work for W-2 employers. We have tons of students who choose to be self-employed. This is such a great way for them to utilize this portfolio as a landing page. And I really like that terminology because it's that QR code, right? You're out there, you're networking, you're meeting people. Hey, just check this out. You don't have to be like, oh, go to my Instagram, go to my website, go to Massage Envy's website to book an appointment with me. You don't have to do any of that.
Right.
Scan the code, go to my Beautista. Now, not only can you see all of my accomplishments, how I did in school, photos of my work, but you have all my social media outlets if I choose to put them on there, where the person can actually choose which one they want to go to based on what they already use. And you have the book of service. That could be a Gloss Genius because they're self-employed, or Squaresite, or Booksy, or it could be Massage Envy's booking website, or it could be JCPenney's booking website, however, wherever they go, but they can use this no matter what avenue they take. And I think that's so powerful. I love that for them. It's just so easy putting everything into one place.
Yep. And when I shared with students this week, Jenna, about like, hey, where else can you have all your social channels in one place? Like that was so exciting for them, that like, hey, you don't have to share out a bunch of different platforms. They have everything in one place. So I love that, a landing page. We're going to steal that.
Yes, I love it. Please do.
Great. Yes. Oh, yes, exactly. Thanks, Amy, because I know Amy, I've worked with Amy before, and she's such a big champion for
We
Beautista.
love her.
Just real quick, we'll summarize with this. I don't know if you know this or not, but if a student wants to relocate, they can actually enter the cities and states of where they want to move to. And then they're going to get opportunities from their home city, but they're also going to get opportunities from that city and state that they have entered on their Beautista portfolio. So, in the past, like it maybe you have to Google, I wonder what's out there. Let me Google. Now if you just put in, hey, I'm going to move to Denver, Ohio, Denver, Colorado, I'm going to get opportunities from my home base in Ohio, but I'll also get opportunities from Denver as well. So just another way they can leverage the platform. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Awesome. Well, we want to hear from you. Do we need do can we connect it through Ogle? Okay. So that's an interesting element. If you choose Ogle as your school, right? If you're working at one of the Ogle locations, all that's going to mean is you're going to appear on the dashboard for Ogle. So you don't necessarily have to choose. Jenna, what do you want on that? Do you want them to actually choose Ogle as their school or the school they actually attended?
I would say like put in your education section and your employment information. You can put Ogle in there, but if you connect yourself as a student, then I feel like it will get muddy with the reporting.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't think it's necessary to connect yourself with the school. Um, is there a way we can connect on the back end if, well, because they will eventually get the reporting themselves.
Yeah,
So,
let's talk about that. I think you can connect as staff and you are all educators and professionals. So I think it's okay to go ahead and put your school that you represent with Ogle because I think with the dashboard, it's only looking at students' portfolios. So I'm thinking now
okay. And I
to
can
pull
go
that up.
in and
Yeah,
adjust them as
yeah,
staff when I
yeah,
do the roles.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, cool. Then yes, connect yourselves.
Yes, I can't wait to see all your portfolios. Do reach out to us, connect with us on social media at Beautista Official. Please share the successes of your students, even the smallest ones, because when we start building excitement with one student, trust me, that next student's gonna be like, hey, I want to be featured. I want to be with Allie. I want to be on social media, right? So let's build the momentum. And again, we are super grateful for our partnership and our relationship with you all. Look for new things to come. I've got some ideas. I'm going to work out with Jenna, but we appreciate you and we really appreciate your time tonight.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Atlanta, off to your classes. Denton could, or not, why did I say Denton? They're at the top. It's fine. All my DFW schools, y'all are either going home for the day, have a great day, or you're
Aw,
starting your night shift. But yes, everyone have a wonderful day and thanks for coming.
thank
Thanks
you.
so much,
Thanks,
Stephanie.
everybody. Bye bye.
All right. And Stacy and Tracy, I don't think I don't think there's a debrief here, so we can just close out the room.